All right, enough of that, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise for Whiskey Jack.
In Canada, you get to see it all. C-A-N-A-D-A. We're here to celebrate Stompin Tom. C-A-N-A-D-A. His stories and his songs. C-A-N-A-D-A. A Canadian proud and tall. In Canada, we get to see it all. C-A-N-A-D-A. Did you ever hear Stompin Tom sing? C-A-N-A-D-A. He can make the pine trees ring. C-A-N-A-D-A. A Canadian proud and tall. In Canada, you get to see it all. You get to see the maple trees, maple sugar and the maple leaves. We get the biggest wheat fields growing tall. C-A-N-A-D-A, where you see the reversing falls. In Canada, you get to see them all.
Okay, so when I gave the band some homework last night. This song tells in no uncertain terms how Tom feels about Canada, but I was curious, how does the band feel about Canada? So their homework was they had to come up with a verse describing what they think Canada's all about. So let's start with my good buddy. I just introduced him a while back, best guitar player I've ever played with, great singer. Do you not have another one, Bob? You have another one, Bob? Bob McNiven, what's your Canada sound like, Bob?
C-A-N-A-D-A. Ever paddled with a bobby oar? C-A-N-A-D-A. Ever heard a sleeping giant snore? C-A-N-A-D-A. Where you see the reversing falls. In Canada, we get to see them all.
So, founding member of the Bebop Cowboys, one of the best harmonica players in the country, old friend of the band. He's been with the band for quite a few years now. The absolutely great Howard Willett. Howard, what's your Canada sound like?
Well, we're going to give an effort here. C-A-N-A-D-A. How is Perry so sound? C-A-N-A-D-A. Where the fish will all abound. C-A-N-A-D-A. Where in February the leaves fall. In Canada, we get to see them all.
We get to see the maple trees, maple sugar and the maple leaves. We get the biggest wheat fields growing tall. C-A-N-A-D-A, where you see the reversing falls. In Canada, we get to see it all.
Okay, Bob, you can introduce me now.
D.W. Fremlin right here, Duncan hired me back in 1977 to be his guitar player.
He's all I could afford.
It was a leap.
What did you bring when you met Duncan?
Other than that,
No.
it was a leap of faith.
Oh, I can tell that story, can't I?
No.
Oh, come on. First rehearsal, we're in our mid-20s. This is the 1970s. Bob walks in. He's living in a farmhouse out in Newberry. He walks in to audition for the band. He throws on the floor a big green bag of pot. He was hired.
How do you like me so far?
C-A-N-A-D-A. Takes forever to get anywhere. C-A-N-A-D-A. In the spring, we like to shoot bear. C-A-N-A-D-A. In hockey, we love a brawl. In Canada, we get to see it all. So I asked for a volunteer earlier to come and help us out, and is she around? Can she come up here? It's a cowgirl who knows a few things about microphones. We'll give her a proper introduction later, but right now I just need your help, please, because the drummer needs a mic and the bass. So it's just. Okay, the best drummer in maybe in Canada, been around the scene since the 1960s. Sharon Lawson Brown, Prairie Oyster, Jan Arden, the list goes on, and she's playing with Whiskey Jack. Imagine that. Michelle, what does your Canada sound like?
Check 1 2, check 1 2.
Right, here goes.
Canada, weed, bannock, and pea soup. Canada, we wear mucklucks and a toque. Canada, even our snow has balls. In Canada,
We get to see it all. Okay, now, bass player. We met the bass player back in the 1970s jam session. He was playing dobro, a great dobro player. Was playing with the Humber River Valley Boys at the time. We kept running into him at festivals and that kind of thing. And then somewhere along the line, we needed a bass player, and he was available. One of the best bass players in Canada. Eric Jackson, what does your Canada sound like?
Well, Canada. Did you ever see a lobster boat? Canada. Did you ever wear a goose down coat? Canada. See the CN Tower so tall?
In Canada, we get to see it all. 5-time fiddle champ. We just won the 5th time in November. Canadian bluegrass fiddle champion. After 5 times, he's sort of like, Randy's sort of like our northern dancer. After 5 times, we have to put him out to stud. So these next few years could be very good years for Randy. Mr. Randy Morrison on the fiddle.
Why, thank you, Duncan. Canada is north of the 49. Canada, where temperatures do decline. Canada, where hockey's the name of the game.
In Canada, we get to see it all. So, what do you think, volunteer? Have you got a verse?
Yep. Let me get in the lights here, darling. Canada. Canada. Yummy taste of blueberry pie. Canada. Red rosy Alberta sky. Canada. Rainbow at Niagara Falls. In Canada, we get to see them all. I wrote it myself.
We get to see the maple trees, maple sugar in the maple leaves. We get the biggest wheat fields growing tall. Canada, where you see the reversing falls. In Canada, we get to see it all. In Canada, we get to see them all.